Hey folks, this is Matt once again, and I wanted to do a review of this film I just got done watching. I bought the DVD a while ago, and I had seen this film once or twice before, but The Island. Now, The Island is a Michael Bay film not many people talk about, like whether you like or hate Michael Bay as a director, or especially as a producer. If you think of Michael Bay, you think of The Rock, Bad Boys 1 and 2, the Transformer films. But I say, watching this again, I really love this fucking movie. I gotta be honest, I really got. This review said it best. Great story, great action, great movie. I really love this fucking movie. I'm, like, really surprised. It's over 2 hours long, 2 hours and 16 minutes. I looked at it and go, I don't know. But I swear to God, it sucked me in. And I really did not get bored with this film. Now, again, most people don't really talk about this film when they talk about Michael Bay, and really, truthfully, this is the only Michael Bay film that flopped. Now, whether you like or hate Pearl Harbor, that still made some money. It really did. If you look at the numbers, it actually did make some money. This, though, apparently it cost 120 some million bucks to make, and you can see that on the screen. But also, you gotta take into account marketing. So that's probably like 30, 35 million bucks. So let's say at least 150, 160 or so. It only made about $36 million in the US. Now, I don't know if the marketing was just shitty on this film, but it's really fucking sad because I think this is one of Michael Bay's, like, my favorites are Bad Boys 1 and 2 because they're just very fun. I do like Transformers. I even do like Transformers 2. The Rock. This is up though. This would be in my top 5 Michael Bay films. I will say I like this more than Armageddon. Graham Armageddon, I don't like the fact that Bruce Willis died, but also the plot doesn't make any sense if you really, I mean, you don't even have to really think about it. I mean, there's a lot of films I love that the plot doesn't make sense, but even this one is like, I gotta get that DVD because I rented it, but there's I guess a Criterion collection or something, Armageddon, and I like to get one day because I know Ben Affleck's part of the commentary track, and he's really funny. I'm a fan of Ben Affleck because not only you can tell he's a smart guy. Look at The Town, Gone Baby Gone, stuff he's written and directed. Plus, won an Oscar for help writing Good Will Hunting. I mean, the guy's got talent. But he was funny on the commentary because he was talking about how he was talking to Michael Bay, and he's like, "Well, Michael, why is it easier to train drillers to become astronauts? Wouldn't it be easier to train astronauts to be drillers?" But Michael told me to shut the fuck up, so that was that. I thought that was funny when he said that, but Armageddon, I don't know, I used to like it. I'm just not really an Armageddon anymore. I just really am not. Uh, Transformers 3, which is the last Michael Bay film I saw, honestly, this film deserved the box office that Transformers 3 got. Transformers 3, I don't hate Transformers 3, but this film had some heart to it. Transformers 3 didn't. I think that was the thing. It had an hour of no action, but no interesting story. I don't give a fuck about the Transformers being on the moon. I don't give a fuck about Shia's new love interest. There's no built-in chemistry between them. I don't give a fuck. Or goofy-ass John Malkovich, or bitch-ass Frances McDormand, or the Asian guy from The Hangover. You had some fun action at the end, but that was pretty much it. But watching this film, I definitely like this a lot more than Transformers 3. It's just because, even though this film got into controversy, because I guess some people said that they ripped off the plot, like the creators of the 1979 film Parts the Clonus Horror, they filed copyright infringement. A few people had novels that's kind of the same thing about the clones and stuff. Tessa Dick, former wife of Philip K. Dick, accused the filmmakers of plagiarizing his 1964 novel, The Penultimate Truth. The basic premise is already stolen from it. They do throw in some action scenes from Blade Runner, which rips off Ridley Scott more than it does Phil. Tessa Dick, I don't know what the fuck you're smoking. Ripped off action scenes from Blade Runner. I love Blade Runner, but there are no action scenes in Blade Runner. Did you forget that? This film did not rip off anything from Blade Runner. I don't know how the fuck this bitch, I don't know, that's me. How the fuck did she say this rips off Blade Runner? There are no action scenes in Blade Runner. There's no chase scenes. There's no the scene where they push those fucking train wheels off and or flying around that jet ski, flying jet ski type thing. I think it's a Black Wasp. There's none of that shit. I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. Whatever. She has her opinion, but I think maybe she's been sniffing some huff or some fucking, I don't know what sniffing some dick. Hence her name. But seriously, what I really enjoy about this film, first off, the cast really works well. I mean, like, the Transformers 3 and stuff, like, they had some characters I don't give a fuck about. Like John Malkovich and fucking Frances McDormand and the fucking Shiloh's woman and stuff like that. And here, though, Ewan McGregor does a really good job. Scarlett Johansson, she does a really good job. Very capable. Sean Bean, lo and behold, I did not fucking hate Sean Bean, the Beanie Baby. Maybe because he's the bad guy and he gets killed. Maybe that's why, too. But I could deal with him more here than the fucking Hitcher remake. Yet, Jimon Hansu from Amistad and a little bit of role in Deep Rising, I like him as an actor. Steve Buscemi, he does fine in this film. Michael Clark Duncan has a small role. I just really like the cast. They were very capable. The budget's on the screen. Is there more action in Transformers 3 in the third act? Yes. But maybe I'll get on one day on Transformers 3 and do a real thorough review on that. On why I was disappointed with it. But this one, it has a good heart to it, I felt. Whether the story was stolen or not, even though I know Roberto Orci and Ellis Drisman had a hand in the screenplay as well, it's a good story. Yeah, the setup where Ewan McGregor and Scarlett Johansson, a bunch of people are in this facility, and they're led to believe that the Earth, most of the Earth, there was a contamination, so they gotta be there underground, on there, and that once in a while someone's going to get to the island, the only part of the world where there is no contamination. And they do their rituals, they wear white clothes, they gotta be, exercise. They do fun stuff like, they go behind this thing and it's like a video game, but like they can image themselves fighting each other. I just really like this world and getting into this world. But Ewan McGregor has these weird dreams, really well done dreams, and he doesn't know what they mean. One thing leads to another, he starts asking questions like, why are we always wearing this white clothes? Why can't I have bacon in the morning? Why can't I, what's going on around here? Like, he's friends with Steve Buscemi, who's like a guy who works behind the scenes. And one thing leads to another, and he finds like a bug. And he's like, well, wait a minute, it's a flying bug. How did it get here? Where did it come from? And how come they keep finding survivors? Because once in a while they have a new person come in. One thing leads to another, he finds out that really seeing that, I mean, you tell this was a film that Michael Bay wanted to make a deeper kind of film with a deeper story, but of course that didn't work out because the film bombed, which is too bad because this film didn't deserve to bomb. This is a really underrated film. I think it's definitely one of Michael Bay's best flicks, in my personal opinion. Because the story works well for me. It really works well how what they are is they're clones for the rich fucks. And basically the rich fucks, it's like, okay, maybe they want a new liver down the road, or they don't want to get pregnant, so they have a surrogate mother, so they just raise some of the women to be surrogate mothers. Like, have you seen where they take the baby from the surrogate mother and they inject her and kill her? And like Michael Clark Duncan, he won the trip to the island. He's very excited. And then you find out that he's scared to death, and they're pulling him back. They're going to take out his liver for the real Michael Clark Duncan out there. So he finds out and rescues Scarlett Johansson, and they get out of there. And like Scarlett Johansson, I liked her in this film. She wasn't wimpy. She wasn't annoying. She has certain fire to her. I just really liked her. And Ewan McGregor, I think he does better here than the Star Wars prequels. I'm sorry, that's just my opinion. I think he fits more. He fits better here. And then like the film is well shot, has a wonderfully beautiful score by Steve Jablonsky. Probably my favorite score of Steve Jablonsky. Yes, I know he's done the Transformer films, but I would say this is my favorite score of Steve Jablonsky. It's just very beautiful, especially that main theme that you hear in a few trailers now. Da, 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 ba, 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 da, da, da. I'm doing a shitty job of it. And basically, this chase is on, where they're chasing. Sean Bean hires Johansson and his team that go after these two. And basically, the chase is on, and you have a lot of foot chases. The movie definitely goes, I think, at a good pace. To be honest, a better pace than like Transformers 3, where the first hour is like dead air for me. Here, though, I got sucked into the story of these clones and wondering who they are and wanting to survive because they deserve to survive. I thought the two actors did a bang-on job. And when the action happens, it's very well done. I mean, of course, you have that scene where they hide in this truck and it has these like train wheels and they push them off. Weirdly enough, they actually took one bit of that action scene and put it in Transformers 3, really enough. But the way, they push in, the thing's hidden, like you have this big steel fucking plate that hits a car, boom. Then there's a black wasp. This is kind of like a flying jet ski type thing. You have action scenes there where they're being chased at. Really well done. And just to like this building with this letter R. It's like the building's like symbol or something. And they like catch on that and it starts falling down and falls and then you get a point where Ewan McGregor, they want to find the people out there who are, I guess, their sponsors. Because the whole deal is that no one knows that these clones are conscious. They were told that they're in vegetative state, so they meet like the Ewan McGregor's character, his real life guy, not the clone, but his real life persona. And the guy's like a jerkwad, dickhead, and you get a little bit of thing there where he turns cold on the clone, Ewan McGregor, and you have a chase scene, long story short, fucks him up. And then Ewan McGregor and Scarlett Johansson have a chance to be out there and free, but Sean Bean is going to fuck up all the clones in the facility, and these two go back to help their friends out. So that's another good portion on there. And they fuck up the machinery so that all the clones can see what the world really is, because it's like a big hologram, so they're led to believe they're in one place, but then when he knocks out the installation, the hologram disappears and they just see the sunlight and see that, oh shit, there's something else out there. And Johansson, he tells little story at one point about him and his brothers being branded, kind of like these guys are branded, and how he kind of feels a little bit of sympathy for these guys and helps out. Whether you buy that 100%, a little bit, unsure about that. Although I like Johansson, so I went with it. But either way, I don't have much problems. I mean, granted, a little bit long. But other than that, really entertaining, great story, solid special effects. When the action scenes happen, they're really well done. The acting is very capable. It looks beautiful. The score by Steve Jablonsky is great. Very underrated film. I really do think that this film deserved a lot more when it came out. And to be honest, if I had to pick between this and Transformers 3, I could pick this hands down. I really can. It's a much better story. And, you know, not as much action as Transformers 3, but in my opinion, it just has a lot more going for it. That's just my opinion. But either way, thanks for watching and take care. Later.